All right. Hey, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Rob from Dub. We are welcoming in Laura Rike, who is the highly successful CEO from laurarike.com and simplypintastic.com. And what she does is she helps A-list entrepreneurs, course creators, bloggers to use sustainable systems that she's created to increase the profitability without trading the good old sleep for success and without tantrums over tech, which is so cool. So welcome in, Laura. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Oh, just very excited to talk to you this morning. So get ready. We're gonna open the jar up and we're gonna take a bunch of stuff out. So
Yeah, for sure.
um so talk to me about and tell everybody out there, obviously, your background and how you came to become what you are professionally now.
Yeah, for sure. So we liked to say that we're the Pentastic rock star crew. It didn't always start out that way. I actually started out as a VA, trying to do all the things. Got really burnt out as a mom and decided to just kind of level down and figure out like where are my roots? What is it that I love doing that's actually helping and providing that impact for the people that I'm connecting with? And I have a background in graphic design. That's actually what I went to school for. So I started kind of putting that actually into practice and found Pinterest back when it was invite only and just honestly loved the capabilities that it had for my clients as a working mom, as a family focused person. It was just easy for them to be able to create this visibility around their brand without having to worry about feeding the feed, or are they reaching the right people? Are they problem aware people, things like that. So it was just kind of like, oh, it clicked. And then I was able to still create that impact while still creating the space for myself.
What was the attraction to Pinterest in general?
The fact that it's search based, honestly, because with social media, like it's so much fun to create those relationships and like meet new people and like you and I connected and like things like that. But it can be overwhelming at times to be able to keep up with those connections and to be able to keep up with the space that you're in and feeding out that content that you're constantly churning out. I have right now a 10-month-old, a 4-year-old, and a 13-year-old. They're all in their own different age brackets. And to try to keep up with the online relationships plus the in life relationships, it just got overwhelming. And so to know that I can put something out there, have it be searchable and found months later as well, just was crazy cool for me to be able to realize like there's a big potential while not having to like overwork myself.
What guided you with your course creation? When you created the courses that you have, was there a guiding
Yeah.
light in terms of, because I love tantrum with tech. Like, was there a guiding principle that you used when you build out your course?
I don't know if it's so much as a principle, but just the amount of questions that I would get, right? Like I would have the questions of, how do I do this? And it's just a quick like 5-minute answer, but the consistency between those questions made me realize that maybe there's a little bit more support that I could be giving rather than just the videos that I'm doing on my Facebook page or on Instagram, and be able to kind of handhold while they go through that process so that they don't have to keep doing one step and then finding another roadblock for them, so to speak. Because like for me, if I'm working on something and I hit that roadblock, it kind of stalls out my creativity and then I'm not able to continue on from there. And so it may take a little bit more time for me to get back into it. And so I just
Yeah.
wanted to be able to create that open space where the questions are already answered. And then if there were other things that came up, they have that area to get that support as quickly as possible without having to wait and kind of lose that momentum.
Yeah, and you want to keep the momentum of clarity as well when you have your courses,
Yeah.
because and we all know that when you jump online, my God, you could be going in circles for hours. Once you this or here's this and says that. So being an expert in your field, you kind of keep them within those boundaries of like moving them forward with the right answers. So
Yeah,
that's neat.
absolutely.
So with Dub, what we do here with Dub is we're an actionable video platform. So what we do is we like skyrocket conversions with prospects with one-on-one video, the humanity of it, right? That's something we're so like just intense about. So when you say no tantrums with the tech, like we're all about leveraging easy to use tech with video, right? So for
Yeah.
you, what have you found? Like, talk to me about the power of video that you found and how you've used it with what you do.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, there's so many different ways. I'll touch on a few of them, but like just the power of video, like seeing someone's face and kind of like building that trust, knowing that it's not just words that they're putting out there, but you're like actually seeing their passion and their drive for their commitment to helping and educating and things like that is really like easy to pick up on video. And so for me, we just started this new thing where I'm doing Pintastic 5 at 5, and it's a 5-minute quick tip video at 5 o'clock each week. And we're going to test out different days and see which day works better for people. But the fun part about that is it's quick to consume. And then I do that quick 5-minute video tip. I help them through that. They can see me. We kind of connect on a different level. And then I'm using Pinterest to send people back to that weeks, months, years later. As long as that tip is still relevant, I put it on Pinterest, whether it's an image that goes back to that video, whether it's a short clip of one phrase that I said in that video that's really juicy, that gets the ideas flowing, leads them back there, whatever it is. But then I'm bringing more visibility back to that area. So I go my Facebook page and my YouTube account, and then I can create 2 different pin images, 2 different video clips. I have 4 pieces of content to 2 different areas in a matter of 20 minutes.
Visibility being the key word. You
Yeah.
really make that connection. That's something we found as well with Dub, is that when someone gets an email or a text, and this is quoting our oracle within our company that says, no one ever said, wow, that was an incredible email you just sent me. Wow, that text you sent me just blew me away. No, the video blows
Yeah.
someone away, and that's amazing that you've not only recognized that, but you're using it to boost what you do.
Yeah, and I think it's something that more people um, need to figure out how to find that confidence for themselves, right? And fun story real quick. I was not confident. I will admit, maybe I think it was like 8 years ago or so, I hated video to the point of where I wear those Mardi Gras masks. And I was like, I'm the masked marketer, y'all. Come talk to me. I loved it because I felt like it was like hiding who I was, but I was still visible. And like I just worked through it, right? So like whatever works for you guys, like figure out how to be comfortable. If it's showing your face on a picture first and then going in and just showing like what you're teaching, do that, because then it'll start flowing and you'll be able to start talking, and you'll realize people could care less if you got a load of laundry behind you, if you got a messy bun that they've seen for days on the top of your head. Like it really doesn't matter. They care about the support and the passion and the help that you're providing more than what you look like or the tech you're using, like that's why I say no tantrums. Just go with it. Just try
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, we're all about authenticity, and we tell all of our clients, we say, look, there are some basic guidelines. Have some nice eye line. Don't backlight yourself. Just some basic stuff. But at the end of the day, you've got to be yourself. You
Yeah.
have to be yourself. There's only one of you, and you need to sell that
Yep.
option of you. You know what I mean? And I think people today, there's a report out there. I don't know who did it, but like if you take the content on Netflix, Prime Video, all these different films and
Yeah.
movies that are made, a lot of the population now would prefer watching a video with someone speaking directly to them.
Yep.
That's kind of the way content is being created. It's very, 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 it makes such a connection. Like they don't want to watch a film where, the characters are talking to each other. They almost want them to break the fourth wall and turn and talk to them for a second,
Yeah.
which is very powerful for what, obviously
Yeah.
we do as
And
well.
that's actually something that I still work on myself is like when you're just doing a video by yourself and it's just me in this frame, like talk to one person, right? I used to, and I still catch myself every once in a while being like, hey guys, like that's talking to the masses. Like, come on. And even on Pinterest, when I do a quick video pin, I'm like, hey, I am talking to you right here. Like, hello.
Yep.
Because
And
that makes them feel
yeah,
like you're literally saying, hello. What? Like, Laura,
yeah,
stop. Pay attention.
right.
Like,
Yep. I totally
yeah.
agree. Let me ask you this. So this is something we're big on. We call it finding the delight. So when you're working with your clients, and even let's take it past the point of prospecting. So you've already got your clients, right? So how do you find the delight that you can see the magic moment with your clients? Like, it lights up when you're working with them. Is there a certain thing you do that creates that, or what have you found with that so far?
Yeah, I think kind of that like spark and that excitement or light or whatever it is really when we figure out how to repurpose the content that they already have. So we have people that have podcasts, we have people that do YouTube videos, and telling them that they don't have to create more of that and we can take clips of that and make them more visible is really like that. Yes, like let's do it. Like who doesn't want more visibility without having to create more, right?
Yeah, that's absolutely what it's about. And it's about being very efficient with your efforts too, which is,
Right?
yeah, what the
So
tech allows.
I'm gonna give you 30 seconds and we're gonna have a guest appearance from someone because she
All
wants to
right.
come say hi.
Ah, that's awesome. We love impromptu guests. That's
Yay!
wonderful.
All
We
right.
have
I will
no.
be right back.
All right, we'll be right here. So everybody out there, the biggest thing to take away from this so far is to really understand just the power of video, how it makes a connection. And a lot of the times, when you're talking to a large audience, which most of the time you would be, with your videos, if it's a webinar or such, just kind of look at it like the one big group is almost one just entity out there. So you're speaking directly to that entity. When you have the one-on-one video conversations with one person one-on-one, really personalize it. Do your research on the back end. If you're going to reach out to a prospect, there's so many incredible tools now to find out so many things about someone's company, their background, and bring that in. So, oh, here we go. There is our surprise cute guest. Hi. Yep. Laura, I can't hear you.
I muted in case she was saying things that was screaming in my ear.
Yeah, we don't want to give it away trade secrets.
No, nope, can't. Nope, we can't give her anything.
She's
Yep.
so
So
cute.
this is literally like we were talking about this for a minute too before we came on. This is real life, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And this is why I try to teach people without the tantrums over tech. Like, how do you function when you
Right.
have a baby? How do you make sure that you're set up to be able to still bring in an income, to be able to still provide for your clients? And that's really repurposing the content and
Yeah.
not worrying about the tech. Like repurpose what you already have. Yeah.
Ah, and, and it's
Yeah.
also repurposing what you do, like literally, like if you grabbed your phone and you're talking to a client, you're with your baby, you're in the kitchen, you're doing your thing. That's real life. And that's what is more authentic than that. So
Yeah, and the one thing that I love so much is I try to look at everything like half glass, like
mhm.
full, not full, right? And I love when people have that optimism. And so the thing that the thing that has really helped me is the pandemic. I know there's a lot of things that can be frustrating with what came of it and everything like that, but with her, like I have a baby. And so people realizing what needs to change
Mhm.
and that we have real life at home and we all have families and dogs and cats and I mean not having to worry that I work from home with kids, like that's like been such a joy. And I mean I'll tell you, I took my phone out and recorded 3 videos right before this, and so now I'm set for the day in my video content, and I can spend time with her, and I can repurpose that tomorrow and the next day. And so it's just been really nice to have other people come to that side and like realize, what does that mean for life? What does that mean for business when we're in that type of situation?
Well, like we talked about in pre-production, this is the new professional. This is like, if you're not flexible, you don't have your phone, you're not doing things, and you're just boring sitting in an office doing whatever, that's less professional now than it is to be on the move and have your phone and to be strategic with that. So,
Yep, 100%.
so I've got one more big question for you.
Yeah.
And since this is the leadership series, what does leadership mean to you, and how do you apply it to your clients?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think for me personally, I have worked really hard in the past couple years, I would say about 2 years, focusing on what leadership is, how I can better serve, not just my clients, but my team in my agency, right? And so I have 2 rules in my agency that I don't know if other people have them or if I'm just crazy, but my first rule is you can do absolutely nothing that's going to ever make me want to fire you unless you're not getting your work done. Like, if there's a mistake, it's okay. Let's figure it out. If you don't know something, it's okay. Let me work with you to help learn and train and better improve your situation, right? And the other rule is I always want to keep learning. Like, I don't know everything, even with Pinterest. Like, so I tell my team, if you hear something, great, bring it to all of us. Let's talk about what that is. If there's a new training or masterclass or something that I can go to, I will go to it, because I'm not the end all be all, even though I may be the Pinterest rock star, right? Like, just always keep learning. Always keep your mind open to the possibility that there may be something new you can add in and help them with, because I think that's really important when it comes to creating that leadership for your team, for those around you that you're supporting. Like, just help them understand, like, you're in it with them, right?
Yeah. And the thing is, even rock stars continue to learn, and
Yeah,
that's
of
just
course.
true. I mean, like, we're living in a world where things change so quickly, and I think having that integrity and honesty, if you don't know the answer, be like, look, I don't know, but I'm going to go find out. People appreciate that way more than just trying to have some answer that doesn't make sense. So absolutely. Laura, look, thank you so much for joining us today. And
Yeah, thank
just
you.
in person, how flexible you're being with your beautiful daughter. And,
Thank you.
everybody out there, laurarike.com, simplypintastic.com, and
Yep.
tell them quickly social media as far
Yeah,
as where you're.
everything online is Laura Rike or Simply Pintastic. So it's Pin and Fantastic merged together. Laura Rike, Rike. So you can go anywhere online and find me. Again, we do the Pintastic 5 at 5. I have totally dived into reels with baby girl here. So if you want some fun Pinterest and baby reels combined in one, go over to Laura Rike on Instagram too.
That's great. Well, Laura, do me a favor, stick around for 2 seconds with our post production, but we're going to
Yeah,
say
for
goodbye
sure.
to everybody out there. And thank you so much for watching, everybody.
Yeah, thanks, guys.